the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Well, Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, February 21st goes to two individuals in Florida who don't play about their food. Now, what does your Uncle Charla always tell you about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. One man's name is Brian Marquez, and the other is a woman named Omari Hendricks. So I'm going to see which story you relate to the most. See, Omari is 24 years old and facing several charges, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, battery, and resisting arrest. Okay, wait a minute, Uncle Charla. You said this was about food. How did it turn into all of this? Well, let's go to Fox 35 Orlando for the report, please.
This woman is waking up behind bars this morning, accused of pulling a gun at McDonald's drive-thru in Altamont Springs. According to the arrest report, Omari Hendricks demanded a free cookie, but wasn't calmed when she got one. Police say she pulled out a gun, loaded a magazine, and ended up punching a worker several times. She's now facing a number of charges this morning.
Remember back in the day when somebody would be bragging about something as if they deserve a reward for it, and you would sarcastically respond, want a cookie? Well, Omari is proof that some people indeed want a cookie, okay? I understand her pain, all right? Meaning when someone promises you something, you should deliver it. If a complimentary cookie is promised, then a complimentary cookie is expected. And if I don't get said cookie, then I may turn into a monster, which then makes me a cookie monster.
Hi. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Cookies!
Yes. No.
Cookies!
All right. Now, the next person receiving Donkey of the Day is Brian Marquez. All right, he don't play about his food either. See, Brian had a roommate, and his roommate threw the suspect's plate full of food on the ground. Now, listen, one thing everybody listening to the sound of my voice can relate to is the feeling of being hungry. And when you're hungry, nothing makes you feel better than eating. So imagine if right before you're about to devour an amazing meal, somebody comes and throws your plate full of food to the ground. Huh? What would you do? Well, let's go to CBS News 12 to see what Brian did.
Fort Pierce police say 22-year-old Brian Marquez confessed to killing a Hispanic man and partially burying the body behind a home on South 18th Street. Now he faces first-degree murder. The homeowner called police when he spotted the leg, and police were led to Marquez because he, too, lived on the property.
He lived on the property. He rented a small shed just on the north side of the property from the homeowner.
When police got to Marquez, he confessed to the crime.
There was an altercation between them earlier in the day over food. He didn't like that our victim had thrown food away. He indicated that he got intoxicated throughout the day, approached him at night, and that's when he did what he did.
Marquez was in the custody of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, as both he and the victim were illegal immigrants. And he was about to be deported, but the police stopped him just in time with these charges.
We received information on Tuesday that he had already contacted family and was getting a bus ticket to get back to Mexico. We want to make sure that we're not releasing somebody that did this horrific of a crime.
But fortunately, they did keep Marquez in custody, and he will answer to the crime.
Ooh, Brian confessed to murdering his roommate after his roommate threw his plate full of food on the ground. Brian said he didn't do anything immediately, but after he had some drinks, after he got that liquid courage, he decided to approach his roommate and started punching him in the ribs, face, and nose. Then he grabbed dirt and gravel and shoved it into his mouth. Then he realized homie was dead, so he decided to dig a shallow grave, bury the victim, and then went to sleep. I know what you're thinking.
Yo. He did all this on an empty stomach. He was hungry, and he had all that. He did all that?
Exactly. That's what I knew y'all was thinking. Can you imagine?
I wasn't thinking that.
Can you?
Oh, my bad.
You wasn't thinking that? That's what I was thinking. Can you imagine what this man could have done with a meal in his stomach?
What? That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'm actually kind of impressed. Like, personally, I need fuel in the form of food and a nap before I do anything, okay? Hell, I need food to drink. So he drank after getting his food knocked to the ground and killed somebody and did some hard labor in the form of digging a grave. Let me tell y'all, man. You want to play a game of Guess What Race?
I do.
No, you don't.
I do. I want to play a game.
It's a hard-working individual. Let me tell you, man, what I always tell y'all, if you can put that much time, energy, and work into doing something negative, then you can do the same for positive things, and you won't find yourselves in these situations, okay? Hunger is a temporary feeling. Now both of these individuals are facing big charges because they both decided to turn criminal because they were denied the sustenance. I spit all over the mic just now. The sustenance.
I seen it.
The sustenance they needed, okay? What's the moral of this story?
He was white?
No.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Please let Remy Ma give Brian Marquez and Amari Hendricks the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
And you know it's substance.
What I said?
Something.
You know he can't say it because his tongue
no,
is in the way of his
no,
teeth.
it's not.
Yo,
It's sustenance.
Ooh.
What word is that?
Ooh.
Sustenance means food and drink regarded as a
sustenance.
source of strength and nourishment.
Oh, I thought you were saying substance.
Okay.
Damn, Sean.
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah,
With it.
you all right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not gonna play a game?
You want to play a game?
I want
What
to
is
play a
the
game.
What is it?
Let's play a game of Guess What Race It Is! All right, let's start with Amari Hendricks. Amari Hendricks pulled out a gun on the McDonald's workers because they didn't give her a complimentary cookie. Guess what race it is? Envy, we'll start with you.
I gotta say black.
Why? Because we always asking people if they want a cookie.
Nah, because black people don't play about their
We
cookies.
want our free.
we want our free-ish, yes.
We want the
I'm with you.
free-ish,
Okay.
please.
Just hilarious. I'm gonna ask you. Amari Hendricks pulled out a gun on a McDonald's worker because they didn't give her a complimentary cookie. Guess what race she is?
She's black and from Detroit.
She's actually from Florida. Why Detroit?
Oh.
Why?
Because I've been there, man. I've been there, and I seen some things happen
man.
at the fast food restaurants in Detroit, man. So yeah.
Okay, let's do Brian Marquez. Brian Marquez put in a lot of work. All right, got his plate full of food knocked over, so he got drunk, beat somebody up, killed them, dug a grave, and buried the body in it, all on an empty stomach, and he was about to get deported. Guess what race he is? Big clue here. Envy, you want to start?
Oh yeah, black Caribbean.
What?
Said deported.
Wow.
They
That's the
weren't
only
paying
place
attention.
you can get
They
deported
weren't paying
to.
attention.
No, that's what
They
I was
weren't paying
thinking.
attention.
I wasn't
They
No,
weren't
he
paying
wasn't paying attention.
Just
I ain't got
hilarious.
it.
Just
All right, so the
hilarious.
crime says Jeffrey Dahmer all day,
Could you
but
stop?
deported. So now we got to go to the.
Where you going? See, I see the reason I say black because you know black people they play that game when you got a plate and they smack the plate out your hand. Like,
See, I'm gonna say Russia. I'm gonna say Russia. I'm gonna say Russia.
Russian.
I'm gonna say he
Red,
got.
play the news report again, Ray.
Okay.
Play the news report for Brian Marquez again, because they wasn't paying attention.
I'm thinking.
This is a
Fort Pierce
layup.
police say 22-year-old Brian Marquez confessed to killing a Hispanic man and partially burying the body behind a home on South 18th Street.
You can stop.
Now he faces
Nope.
first
Keep
degree
going.
murder. The homeowner called police when he spotted the leg, and police were led to Marquez because he too lived on the property.
He lived on the property. He rented a small shed just on the north side of the property from the homeowner.
When police got to Marquez, he confessed to the crime.
There was an altercation between them earlier in the day over food. He didn't like that our victim had thrown food away. He indicated that he got intoxicated throughout the day, approached him at night, and,
Nah, yo.
and that's when he did what he did.
Marquez was in the custody of Immigration and Customs
right.
Enforcement, as both he and the victim were illegal immigrants. And he was about to be deported,
hear that.
but the police stopped him just in time with these charges.
We received information on Tuesday that he had already contacted family and was getting a bus ticket to get back to Mexico.
Could you
bus.
stop right
Sorry.
there?
Oh, we missed the whole thing.
See, I just missed the get back there. I was
You
gonna
wanna
say
play?
Caribbean because they don't play about their food,
But-
and then they live in little sheds. Some of them be living in the sheds because they like sheds.
But I was thinking Marquez. Then you said Coronas. You drink all
I
day.
ain't say nothing about no Corona.
Then they say drink. You said drink all day.
Guess
say that.
what race it is? Say it.
Mexican.
Jess?
Mexican.
Okay.
Oh my God, that still don't mean nothing. He
Both-
could have been from Russia just over there on a job.
Man.
Yo, he could have been at work over there.
Both of y'all are correct. Amari Hendricks was black. Brian Marquez is Mexican. Yes.
All right. We 1 for 1.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.